Hello there, my beautiful Leos, and welcome to your daily reading for Wednesday, March 11th. Time is fluid. This is your channel. We're going to start off this daily with an angel to see what angel is with you for the day, Leo. And your angel is card number 8, the Angel of Decisions. So this angel comes through when you are confused and don't know what to do, or don't know what decisions to make, or kind of just feel lost on your path. This angel could also come through when there are a lot of different options and routes for you to choose from. You know, sometimes when there's too many options, you get stuck. And sometimes when there's too many options or too long of indecision, a lot of people just end up doing nothing. So the Angel of Decisions is saying, hey, Leo, it's very important that we start being more decisive about what we're doing, about where we're at. And this angel is here to assist you in doing so. So now, if you don't feel really confused or up in the air about anything, there could be something that comes your way today that requires you to make a decision. So let's see what Metatron is giving you for the day. We have Blessings and Thanks with Abundant Universe, card number 47. So this card comes through when you feel like you have enough. When you feel like you have enough for yourself, you have enough to give, you have enough to get. And Abundant Universe feels like it is fueling the energy around you. You also have the energy of duality with balance needed. Yeah, so I'm not surprised that you have the duality card, because balance is always needed when the Angel of Decisions come in. So you could be trying to figure out how to balance out your universe, your life. The Blessing and Thanks card comes in when there is something coming your way that you are going to be very grateful for and feels like a blessing to you. So pay attention. In the duality card, you have the yin yang symbol showing that there is some type of situation or energy in your life that is imbalanced, and being more decisive towards it will definitely help. Now, we are in Mercury retrograde in the sign of Pisces. Mercury is already ruled by mutable signs. So when Pisces comes into the play, it creates a little bit more all over the place energy. So you may be sitting in the energy of, what's the word I'm looking for? Duality that feels slightly confusing and uncomfortable, as you may not be used to feeling this type of energy. So you may be feeling scattered or all over the place. And I would say that's partially thanks to Mercury, because it rules the mind. And what do we usually make decisions with? Our brain. So your angel and aura card is angels are watching over you. Yeah, you're stressing something out. Supported, protected, loved, and encouraged. But you haven't probably been feeling that way. But your angels are coming in to say, we're here. We're trying to help you. There is symbolism of color theory on this card. Yellow, blue, pink. Blue, the mind, your emotions. Your emotions connected to your mental thought process. Yellow, your joy, your happiness, your money. Pink, that energy of self-love and heart energy. So a lot of you have been stressing something out that may have to do with these themes of your life. And your angels are like, hey, Leo, we're really coming through trying to assist you. But some of you just don't feel like they are, or you just don't feel, or you might not be fully seeing the signs. Let's see. You also have self-employment, commitment, resourceful, confident, and rewarding. So the fact that you have this card now coming through, you could be deciding or getting closer to a decision to doing something on your own. Doesn't have to be your full career. Some of you are good at something and you can create a little side hustle for yourself. Others of you, there could be something that comes in that's like something that's seasonal with self-employment. You could do something on your own. It could be a subpar to your career already, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Now, the Angels Watching Over You card, this person literally looks like they're stressing out at a desk. And yesterday's reading, your first card literally gave me the indication of quitting your job, or some of you have recently just quit a job. There is something that you have as a skill or a talent that you can create money towards in your life. It doesn't have to be everything that you do, right? It doesn't have to be something that takes front and center, but it could be something that you could do off the side or something that you do in your free time. But there is something that you're good at that you are deciding or deciphering over starting. Being your own boss. Let's see what your tarot is giving you. Overall energy, Queen of Swords. So if you see the Queen of Swords here in this card, a part of this card is clear, right? Nice, clear skies. Then another part of this card is very cloudy. So there's clarity coming your way today. Queen of Swords, mental energy, swords, the mind. Exactly what this Angel of Decisions is coming in to help you with. What else is coming your way? Seven of Wands. Yeah, I already see that. You could feel slightly resistance or struggling with making a decision about something or someone. Your influence is the Knight of Swords. What's unexpected for the day is the Page of Swords. Oh my gosh, no wonder. Look at all this air energy. I knew the mind was doing something here. Your advice is the Lovers. And your outcome is the Four of Wands. All right, so if there has been issues with a relationship, it looks like there's been issues with communication with somebody here. Could be a communication issue with somebody you work with, a boss. There was a misunderstanding here. Or there is some type of energy of balance needed through communication styles. You know that energy of feeling like you're walking on eggshells, or you're trying not to say the wrong thing, or maybe you don't want to say too much and overextend or overexplain or overgive or oversay. There's something that's like halting your communication here. And Four of Wands, it definitely could have to do with a relationship. It doesn't have to be love. It could just be relationships in general. All right, so there's definitely balance needed through communication. That's what it's showing me here. And there's balance needed in the mind. Some of you don't even feel like you know exactly. And there's some clarity that you feel like you are wanting to receive. All right, let's clarify this whole thing. And then I'll get to these two positions here. Unexpectedly, Page of Swords. You could find out that somebody has been watching you or keeping an eye on you and or asking people about you. And it could be because of a misunderstanding or because of a miscommunication. Somebody may be trying to find clarity through others. Let's see, Queen of Swords. And this could be you, actually. You know when you feel some type of way about something or someone and you don't know if it's just you or if you're crazy, and then you talk to somebody and they're like, oh my gosh, Leo, I feel the exact same way, actually. And you're like, okay, I'm not crazy. If it's not them, it's you. So let's see, Queen of Swords with your overall energy to the Page of Pentacles. So this clarity that you are receiving does require movement in the physical with the Page of Pentacles and could also have to do with an offer that is being made to you. Could be something that you are deciding to start. Page of Pentacles, right? That self-employment energy doesn't necessarily have to be, but there is a decision to be made that requires time, energy, and making money, investing money. Seven of Wands. Seven of Pentacles, Devil, Two of Pentacles. You're back and forth about this. Now, Page of Pentacles could also require, like I said, it could be a decision that you feel like you have to make that does require your time and energy. Does that always have to do involving money? No, it could involve a relationship, you know, putting in time and effort. Adding something else onto your plate. Angel of Decisions. Can I handle doing this? But something is coming your way here for sure that you look like you're contemplating on very strongly. I'm really not surprised that that's what's coming your way in the tarot, because you have the Angel of Decisions. Two of Pentacles is an energy that's trying to find balance in making a decision about something. And the Devil shows slight temptation. And or a need to break through fear and self-sabotage. Knight of Swords, your influence. Wheel of Fortune, Six of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. All right, so your influence is showing me that you're trying to create balance back into this situation again. Get on the same page with somebody that there may have been a misunderstanding with or some weirdness of communication with. Could also be in a position of getting on the same page with yourself, right? Where your mind, your heart, your soul, they all come to the same decision. But this is going to require effort out of you. And some of you are kind of like, am I ready to put in this effort into a connection, into another job, into a subpar of a job you already have, into a new job, whatever the case may be. Page of Swords with what's unexpected. You have the Eight of Swords, Six of Swords, geez, Two of Swords. Oh my gosh, the Six of Wands. And the Hanged Man. Jeez, oh my goodness. All right, so what's unexpected for you for the day? Some of you, you don't even know that there's a decision to have to be made until the day starts. So this could be like something that feels like it comes out of nowhere. Others of you, and or, because it could be both, there could be something good happening for you here, but you're iffy about who you tell. Some of you are iffy about expressing that you have to make a decision about something because you don't want other people's opinions to shift what you think about it. There could also be, like I said, something good happening for you and you're just not at the point in time where you care about other people's opinions towards it. You know, like, for example, when I first started reading tarot, I didn't tell everybody. I was careful about who I told, if that. And until I started getting a little bit more into the vibration of it all, into the stabilization of it all, then I was kind of like, all right, yeah, people can know, I'll tell people, or this, that, and the other. Because some of you, especially if you're starting something of self-employment, you could be in this position of wanting to make sure the foundation is built before you scream it from the rooftops. You know, if this is love coming your way as well, some of you are kind of like, all right, well, let's see where this goes with this person before I start telling a bunch of people. There's something here that you look like you don't want to jinx. And I quote that because I don't believe in jinxing. But people do. So I'll quote it for you. But there's some type of win. And that could be the Angel of Decisions coming into for you as well. What you do with this Page of Pentacles offer, what you do with this person, what you do with this luck. Page of Pentacles for me is luck. What you do with this new route for a blessing for yourself. You're like, I don't want to say everything too much. And there is something here about communication that keeps coming through in multiple different ways. And like I said, we're in Mercury retrograde in another mutable sign that doesn't rule Mercury. So things are a little all over the place, and it's in Pisces, and there you go. Pisces, Hanged Man, is in your unexpected energy. So I definitely do feel like for a lot of you, at one point in time, expression will probably just have to occur, or you'll feel the need to express. But I really do feel like a secondary message of this reading, if not it's the main one, for some of you, that there is some type of miscommunication or communication style energy that's being decided on being healed or confronted even. Some of you may want to confront somebody about something. Especially you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the knight of confrontation. He is not scared. He is going to confront where he feels needed. So let's see, your advice with the Lovers, so the Chariot and the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So, like I said, you could try to hide it, Seven of Swords. You could try to not tell people about this person. You can try to start something in behind the scenes, but eventually it's going to feel so expanded that it will be either obvious or outwardly celebrated, or there will be so much movement to it that it's just something that is now expressed or known to others. For, you know what this type of reading gives me? People who randomly go elope. Let's remove a self-employment. I mean, remove the word employment. This gives me like, I'm going to go randomly elope and not tell anybody. This gives me, I'm going to go start a random business and not tell anybody. I'm dating somebody, I'm not telling. There's something here you're not fully expressing. But that doesn't mean you haven't expressed it at a minor degree, right? Four of Wands, your outcome with the Lovers again, the King of Pentacles, the Death card, Five of Wands, ooh, Five of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. All right, so you're fearful of gossip. Fearful of gossip, fearful of people talking about it. Fearful of, you know, like I said, opinions that you don't really want to see or hear. So you're keeping something for yourself, to yourself, because you actually don't really care that much about what other people think about it. And good for you, because it's your life. But there is something to be decided on here. Two of Pentacles rules decisions. The Lovers also rules decisions as well. It's not just possible soulmates or reconciliation and emphasis on a relationship. The Lovers could just straight up be like decisions. But man, if you never got the Angel of Decisions, we would have sure known what it's about once we pulled out your spread. But this is what I have here for you, Leo. And I'm going to tell you, this situation will eventually take off for you. I'm going to say within the next either 7 weeks or 7 months. And it's either going to be very obvious to the people that you have been withholding it from, or it's going to go from hiding to front and center. Behind the scenes to front row. So let's see what your ending oracle is in terms of zodiac signs in the spread that could be around you or in your chart. You do have Pisces, Capricorn, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio. And I feel like somebody here may confront a misunderstanding. Somebody might confront you, Leo. Or if you're not in the position of confronting somebody, somebody could confront you. But let's see. Your ending oracle is Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. All right. Leo, Breath of the Cosmos. Here we go. When we rely on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying only on our own personal strength. Angels are watching over you. They're like, allow us to help, allow us to support and assist you. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can feel it too. You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and just trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you and move from my will to thy will. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little, you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think should be and surrender to the greater will, you will find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. This card specifically really connects to that angelic presence, and weirdly, and also, well, not weirdly, it came out, the self card, self-employment card, self-doing card, things along those lines. You know, I'm going to tell you a short story. I am a Pisces sun. I have a Leo moon, I have a Leo Mars. My chart is ruled by the sun, so that explains me being here. I've attracted Leos my whole life, so having a Leo channel was totally not surprising to me. But I started doing tarot. It was the path. Everything just fell into place. It was amazing. I was like, wow, okay, here I am on YouTube. Got this, got that, got this going on. This, that, and the other. It just was the calling. I felt like what I was doing online did not serve full physical society. So for a moment in time, I let society and the collective take me. I went to massage school. I opened up a massage business, did it for about 2 years. It got way too busy for me, and it did not feel like it was thy will. When I went to do something because I felt society thought it was important, it was my will. And then I realized after 2 years and so of doing it, even though, you know, so many great reviews, so many people relieving pain, so many people finding their power, finding their purpose, in person teaching people how to manifest and how to work with energy and stuff like that. Like, it was extremely rewarding, but it wasn't thy will. I was trying to micromanage the universe and being one foot in the mystical here in tarot, and then 1 foot in society, where I always knew I didn't belong, but sometimes it takes you. So I'm going to tell you something right now for some of you Leos here. What you have been doing that has not been fulfilling to you, or maybe it has been, but it just didn't feel like a full calling. Sometimes we take detours on our path. So always be open to rerouting. Now, was that detour for me the wrong choice? Absolutely not. I learned so much about the body. I learned so much about the chemistry that we are born here with in terms of our physical being. So now I was able to take what I knew about energy and what I know about science of the body and mesh those two together. But was it something I was supposed to do for the rest of my life? Absolutely not. Is this calling what I feel like is my path? Thy will? The universe's will? Absolutely. It feels different. But sometimes you need to detour to understand. So the Breath of the Cosmos card coming through with the way your reading has come through, I'm only going on the level of career work situation. Everything else was already said through the reading. I'm just matching it with that right now. Sometimes we go off kilter just to realize something else. Like, for example, I'm going to tell you another very quick story. My sister is an English teacher. She decided to help with the musical this year. And, you know, she got paid for it. She did, like, whatever part of the musical, but it drained the life out of her. But, you know, the people around her at school were kind of like, well, you're the best one to do it. You're the most artistic, or you know how to do this, or you know how to do that. So she did it. But after this whole month and a half of this musical, She felt drained, exhausted. She's like, this is horrible. And although maybe it made her money, maybe the kids were super grateful that she was involved in the musical, that moment in time actually helped her realize